young Sheldon and I are in love. And we're running away together. And there's nothing you can do about it, Dad! Mother is written and directed by Darren Aronofsky and stars Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. While rebuilding their old house, a couple is visited by some unwanted guests. Darren Aronofsky has a pretty spotty but interesting track record for me. I like most of his films and I love some of them. Some of his films are one and dones, like Requiem for a Dream, a film that you feel like you can't watch a second time, but his frightening and really interesting looking imagery really kind of gravitates to wanting to watch it a second time if you feel like it. I even loved his last film, Noah, which was a really compelling family drama that had a very interestingly secular look at a Bible story. And after watching Mother, it kind of seems like Aronofsky's not done telling his Bible stories. Javier Bardem is a poet who has writer's block, so when guests appear randomly, he accepts them warmly, while Lawrence has a bit of a skepticism towards them. I'm gonna call all the actors by their last names because their names in the movie are him and Mother. There's immediately like a paranoia, hysterical, gaslight, repulsion, Queen of Earth type vibe coming from this movie, and it wasn't hitting with me really at all at the beginning. It came off as super pretentious, and the heavy-handed allegory made me roll my eyes back so far that I could remember what I had for lunch 3 years ago. But then Aronofsky does something that I didn't expect from him. He quadruples down on that heavy-handedness, puts on some Hulk hands, and beats you to death with the heavy-handedness. I haven't seen a more heavy-handed last hour of a movie since any Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu movie. I wouldn't call anything I'm about to say spoilers, but I am going to kind of sum up what the movie does. And I would love for anybody with actual interest in seeing this movie to go into it blind. So, spoilers from here on out, I guess. So basically, Javier Bardem is God, and everything that unfolds in that house is chronologically the Bible. Adam and Eve come in the form of Ed Harris and Michelle Pfeiffer. There's Cain and Abel. There's the whole book of Exodus in there. And it's all presented to us in these people that go in and out of the house and the way that they're interacting with Bardem. But wait! Isn't Jennifer Lawrence the star of this movie? Yeah, she is! In this movie, she's pretty much the greatest straight man of any comedy I've ever seen. When the house gets filled with random people, they're constantly bumping into her and like making it seem like it's her problem, even though they're in her house, and like they're doing the most insane stuff I've ever seen. They're like painting her house for her, and she's like, stop it! And she's like, oh, but you're so nice to us. It's the most insane stuff, and she reacts to it so genuinely, like, please get out of my house. And she sells it, honestly. Like, at first I didn't think I liked that performance, but after like thinking about it long and hard, I think that she reacts any way like people who just like, I just want this person to leave my house. Please just go, just leave, please leave, I don't want to be mean. The camera never leaves Lawrence's perspective. It's either always on her, like shoulders and up usually, even closer sometimes, or we're actually seeing things from her point of view. She like looks up, looks down, like the camera swooshes and spins. It's actually super effective and really cool, and I wish I could see it in a movie that has a plot. This is hands down the weirdest movie I've ever seen in a packed theater. Aronofsky's essentially telling his version of the Bible in a wide release film starring Jennifer Lawrence. And when I say his version of the Bible, I don't mean like his story, I mean everything is standing in for like a biblical story or person or something. Everything is a metaphor for everything else. It's all so damn heavy-handed. It beats you down with the Hulk hands of heavy-handedness, but at a certain point I felt knocked out, and I don't know if I either started enjoying the movie or if it got good, but I think it's the former, because I just submitted to it. I just began to enjoy it for the silliness and insanity that it was, instead of being like, oh, God, oh, that means this, no, I get it, yeah, oh my God. I realized if I fight against the dumb metaphors that are being thrown at me, I'm not gonna have any fun. And as soon as I stopped, I started having fun. It's like when people say, when you go into a Michael Bay movie, you gotta turn your brain off to enjoy it. You gotta do with this one too. I don't think I had this much fun in a movie this year. I laughed, I gasped, I was in shock and awe sometimes. I rolled my eyes so much. I looked over to my friend so many times and we were just like, oh, can you believe this? And then sometimes we're like, oh my God, can you believe this? I've never loved such a horrible movie in my life. Imagine if every scene in Birdman was a hallucination scene wherein the bird attacks the city. Imagine if all of Twin Peaks took place in the Black Lodge. Imagine if The Shining explained everything to you. I'd hate this movie if it didn't take it to another level of pretension and self-satisfaction every 10 minutes. The crazy thing about this movie is that you can try to do all that analyzation of, oh, what it's like him and he's the struggling artist and it's hard to live with a tortured artist, and maybe it's like an autobiography of him and his divorce with Rachel Weisz or whatever. But it does all the work for you. You get all of that coming at you and you don't even have to think about it. You just shut your brain off. It's the first ever blockbuster art movie. Whatever you think this movie is about, you're right. If you hate this movie, you're right. If you love this movie, you're right. If you walked out in the middle of the movie when the house turns into Children of Men, you're right. This movie is terrible. I can't wait to see it a second time. I'm officially in the motherboard. 4 stars. So yeah, this movie's crazy. I feel like I didn't talk about enough of like what actually happens in this movie. I just need to let you guys know that some crazy stuff happens in this movie, and you have to go in blind. Please go in blind. Just enjoy your life. Watch Mother because it makes me feel good to think about that, the fact that this movie exists. I did not pay for this hat. I got it from Regal using points. Please don't think I spent money on a hat that says Mother. I also got a Detroit hat because I think a hat that says Detroit on it is pretty cool, even though that movie sucks. I'll see you guys next week. I want to review Ninjago. See ya.